Guys
Hi.
there?
Yes.
What's going on, man? So we live now. We back at it. So I want to thank everybody, man, for tuning in and watching, man. Stand on It podcast, man. I got some special guests here today, man, on a real important topic that we want to discuss tonight. So we got Stephanie here in the building, and
Hi.
we got the homie Paul, man, out of Las Vegas here too, man.
Hey, top of the evening, y'all.
That's what's up. So hey, man. So check this out, man. So I was talking to Stephanie a couple of days ago, man, and she had put me on this whole immigration thing. Now I was seeing bits and pieces of it on the news about Donald Trump, but I didn't know what was really going on. And she told me about this whole the day without immigrants. So I didn't know what that was. So I had to do some research on it and get caught up on the news. I've been at work, man, doing this 12 to 14 hours a day for the last few days. So I've been missing everything. But today I finally got caught up on it, man, and I'm kind of glad you brought that to my attention, Stephanie,
Yeah.
because it looks like it is something important that we do need to discuss, man. Have you
Yes.
guys been catching that lately?
I have. Yes. Yes, I
Yeah.
have. And it's
Yes, I'm
frustrating
I'm
to watch.
fully aware of the circumstances and the unfortunate circumstances that's been going around in the world on news and everything.
Hmm. So, what's your thoughts on this, Stephanie?
It's hard because at first, I mean, I called into work Monday to participate, to be supportive of the migrant worker. But then I see all this flag burning, window breaking. And then I had watched that video you said, and it just dawned on me like, how come nobody is, um, protesting at the immigration or ICE, at the federal buildings? Why are they on the streets? And a lot of the people support them. So I just think it's unacceptable, the behavior. Um, and it just makes it look like, as a people, we don't want to deal with, if I'm driving to work, I just want to get to work. So they're holding up traffic, throwing rocks in people's windows. And I'm not saying, obviously, we know they're all not like that and they all don't behave like that. But if we're trying to, prove a point, then what do you expect people to think if that's how everybody's behaving? You know what I mean? Like you said, you watched some of the footage, you saw one place that was peaceful, and it's just out of line, and I think if you want to get your point across, um, if I was in, let's use Mexico because migrants could be from everywhere. If I was in Mexico and I wanted to be a civilian there, I would be waving a Mexico flag. I wouldn't be burning their flag, waving an American flag. I think it's disrespectful to the people. If I go over there to visit, I respect the people. I respect their culture. I respect their views, and I think for those of us that are not migrants, but that chose to participate because we want to support the cause, it's like a spitting in our face because then now we see all this hell breaking loose. And it's just like, well, what the fuck are we doing this for? You know?
I get that. I get that. Paul, how you feel about that, Paul? Man, with the immigrants and what they're going through, you think we should send them back over and they come in the right way, or do you think the ones that are here should stay? What's your thoughts on this?
Well, I believe, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. also both spoke that we should give everyone equal opportunity, all races, creed, nationalities. So it's the people that are here, it's some of them that are doing a great job. Unfortunately, they are not in a position to have full legal right to be here. Now, that does deprive us United States born African Americans and all nationalities and religions and races the opportunity to prosper, because it's a lot of them that are very, very educated. But then how do we know that their documentations are up to par and correct? They contribute to the United States in a whole bunch of ways. Now, there are some that do bring a bad influence on their culture and their coming over here illegally. The crime rate has risen, homosexuality, prostitution, murders, uh, child pedophile, and all those things. But now I'm not labeling them as just that their nationality is doing that and they're illegal. That's all over the world. All races are doing that unworthy type stuff. But that those people to come over here and not have documentation, how can they be held accountable for their wrongful thoughts? Right? But now
Mhm.
protesting today, letting the United States and all communities and small villages or whatever know that without us, you couldn't make a profit. I feel them on that. But then having some of them stay, I'm okay with that. Having some to go, I'm okay with that also. So I
Okay.
believe the world gonna have to adapt and adjust to how the government really wants to deal with it. Either it's to our best advantage or our disadvantage, and let it continue to be to our disadvantage. So I
Okay.
feel not to go politics, but Trump is putting a statement out there that he wants to reconstruct how everyone deals with their everyday life.
All
Now,
right.
if all guys were legal and they came to work and was able to take care of their family legally and get taxed on their dollars that they make, I believe the world would be a lot better place. That's
You
just
know, I believe that we all benefit by having immigrants here, and not just Hispanic immigrants. Because I believe immigrants from everywhere
Mhm.
play a big factor in the United States. Whether they're Hispanic, they can be Asian, they can be Russian, they can be from Africa, they can be everywhere. They're creating jobs. They're trying to support their families, and I know they come here to make money to send back home to support the family out there as well. Um, but on the flip end of it, if I got to play devil's advocate, I would think for those, you can't forget about the immigrants that did come here and they did it the right way to be here. They paid a lot of money to be here. They had to stand in long lines, make a whole bunch of appointments, prove themselves, take different tests to become legal here. And I don't think it isn't really fair to them that they had to go about it the right way and do it this way versus just coming over and being considered illegal, hiding out, and just hoping not to get caught. Because I would hate if I was an immigrant and I spent my money to become legal, and then you came over, didn't pay anything, and you over here and you hiding
Mhm.
out. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That'll make me feel some kind of way.
Yeah.
But also I have been watching on the news. Some people make some comments like, "Hey, my kids are legal, but I'm not legal." I get that, but you also knew what the chances were when you had the kids here too. So it's almost like you put yourself in that situation. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So if you get deported, or the husband or the wife get deported, I mean, what are your kids going to do? They're going to probably have to go with you.
Mhm.
So it's just a chance you take. Um,
Exactly. Mm.
but I do get it. I get it on both sides, but I just don't know. It's just up in the air right now. Like I,
Yeah.
I I don't know what I would do if I was in that situation. Let's put it like that. I don't know.
I, I just want to say, like, I support the migrant worker, but I think that if you're trying to prove a point, behaving in such a way that is causing physical harm, emotional harm, and turmoil to people, that you're not going to make progress that way. If anything, you're taking us two steps back instead of two steps forward. Another thing that really pisses me off is everybody wants to blame Trump for everything. What about the last segment? How come nobody else takes accountability? You know what I mean? What about us as parents? As a parent, we have a responsibility. Our job as a parent is to give our kids the tools, the resources, the education that they need to be successful. We want our kids to be productive members of society. And I would never put my kids in a position, okay, where they're in harm's way, because they literally risk their lives to get here. And it's just the same way, just like I was telling you earlier. If I was out selling drugs, I take that risk as an adult. I know the consequences, right? And everybody wants to point the finger and blame this side and blame that side and blame one man, but nobody else wants to take accountability. Nobody wants to take accountability for their actions. Nobody wants to take accountability as a parent for putting. I would never want my child to live in a position where they have to fear for their life. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to live my life in a position where I have to be worried every day. You know what I mean? And
So
it's just, I think the approach is just not it.
so what do you think the solution is? You think they should just take everyone that's illegal and send them back and have them try to re-enter the right way?
I think they have a process. I think the process is lengthy and it makes it difficult, right? So I think they need to restructure the process and lower the cost to do it. And again, it's just like if you go get a job, you get a background check. The same way, that's why the process takes longer. I think they need to restructure the process and allow the people that want to work and do good to be here. But I think if you got backgrounds and shit like that, then you got to go. If you want to be jumping on cars, then you got to go. If you want to be burning flags, then you got to go. Anybody else, I think we should be more open and flexible when it comes to the immigration because people do want to come here and do good. You know what I mean? And another thing, we understand all governments have corruption. We have that shit in our own system. And my question is, how come they don't have the same energy in their own country? You know what I'm saying? To you know what I mean? And they want to come over here. And a lot of us, again, we support what they're trying to do, but we don't support the violence and all this reckless ass behavior. I'm not for that, and I'm not with that. You know what I mean?
I
If we
get
think
that.
about, like you said, if you turn on the news, plastered across all news channels in all areas, regardless of where you look, you see all kinds of hell breaking loose. So what kind of picture are people at home watching this stuff? What kind of visual do you think they have in their mind? It's not a good
And
one.
that's the thing, and you're right on that because when you look on the news and you see that, like for instance, I seen the fighting, I seen people throwing rocks, hitting innocent people walking by, I seen people jumping on top of cop cars, kicking in the windshield, you know.
Yeah,
So
like
on the
now.
person on the outside looking in, you see that, you're gonna be like, hey, see, they proving our point. We send them back. You know what I
Mhm,
mean?
mhm.
So, but like I said, but then on the flip end of it is, it's like we need them. We need them here.
We do need it. Well, we don't
Truth
need
be
all of them
told, there's a
here,
lot
but
of
we need the
immigrants
ones
do
that
a
want
lot
to
of
do
jobs
right.
that we don't want to do.
Hmm.
But that goes back to
Right?
what I was saying. We need some of them, but we don't need them all. You
Yeah.
know,
Because then we have to look at the economic impacts, right? Supply and demand. You have more influx of people. Look at the cost of taxes. I looked up this tax. It was like 135 billion, right? To supplement the immigration. And my whole thing is the energy. The civilians ain't doing that same energy in their own countries, but and I feel like, why are you doing it here? You feel me? The same way with our government. They will find 135 billion on immigration, but what about our veterans? Or what about, like, I was at Winco today shopping, and I swear to you, there was like, and I'm not knocking nobody, okay? Everybody needs help, and I'm all for that. But if I have to work my ass off, I work two jobs day in and day out. If you open my fridge, and my fridge will not look like somebody who doesn't work. You know what I mean? And a lot of these people come here, and again, I'm not knocking it, but it's some bullshit. It's our government too. They need to get their head out of their ass and figure it out. Because why do we have to? We don't even get to enjoy the fruits of our labor. You feel me? It looks like we're better off not working than working because it's a lose lose for us. We pay higher taxes to fund all this stuff. You know what I mean? And I don't mind. I don't mind funding it. You know, I'll do it for the right reasons, right? I will fund
Mhm.
whatever. I don't mind paying higher taxes, but if it's for the right reasons. But I do mind it if you have me paying for shit that I didn't sign up for a bunch of people. And I'm not saying they're all like this, but just again, looking as an outsider looking in, right? When you look at that news, all you see is it looks bad. You know what I mean? That I'm not for that. You know what I mean? So that's where I have a problem. And again, if they restructure it, then we can have a heads up and say we're open to it. We don't mind. We'll support you. Like motherfuckers called into work and some more shit to support you, but not with all this hell breaking loose. You know what I
Yeah, so
mean?
you got Shalon with a question in the chat. She said, "Why do we need them?" And just a question.
Well, they
For
do a
me,
lot
I
of the
got one answer.
farm.
It's because we as Americans we're lazy, and like I said, they do a lot of jobs that I know none of us want to do. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I'm not picking nothing. I'm not growing nothing. I'm not making nobody bed. I'm not. I live in Vegas. I'm not going out here in 117-degree weather, doing nobody yard. I'm not doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? So we need somebody because I ain't the one to do it, you know. But on the opposite end of that, though, what I would say, let's just say there was no immigrants here, right? Would that then open up the job market for people that are citizens here who need a job? You know
Yes,
what I'm saying?
it would.
So and
So,
then it's like
that's another thing.
you pick, right? You hire some people that's immigrants, or get a job to some people who need one that might have a felony on their record that they can't get a job and provide for themselves. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, you know, I mean, I don't know. Like I say, I don't want to do certain jobs, and I'm not going to do it. So, but I know some people will. You know.
And
But yeah, that's a good question though, there,
there's
Shalon.
economic impacts from that too, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because some people
Mm-hmm.
do want to do those jobs. But if I'm a business owner and I'm keeping it a buck, if I'm a business owner and I could pay somebody cheaper than what I could pay this person, I'm going to go with the cheaper person. You feel me? Because that's what all businesses try to do. They want to, you know, decrease their overhead costs, right? So it does take away jobs. But again, I'm all for that. But at the same time, then I feel like it's not fair on both sides. It's not fair that people lose their opportunity to get that job as citizens. And I also feel like it's not fair to the migrant worker because then they're not paid a fair wage. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So it's literally like a fucking lose-lose.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that makes sense. Ty said, how they waving a flag from a country they running from. That's what I'm saying. That shit don't make sense. Now, my friend, because we had to talk about it, she said it's basically saying that they do that, and she went into like generational stuff. But she basically said it's like waving the flag, like so we can be under one nation, you know, as our own race. So, and I get that, but again, if I was in Mexico trying to be a Mexican citizen and I'm only using that, I understand the migrants come from all over. I would be waving a Mexico flag. I sure as fuck wouldn't be burning that motherfucker on the floor. You know what I mean? And I
Oh
wouldn't
no,
be
you
over there
can't.
waving an American flag doing that because it sends the wrong message.
That's true. You can't. You definitely can't go to Mexico and go burn no Mexican flag over there. You know,
You're
you're
going to
not
jail.
wrong. And that's
You're
true.
going to jail.
Shoot,
Yeah.
you can't
So,
even be
and
in
that's the thing.
America
It's
and
like,
burn no
why do it
Mexican
here?
flag
Because you
without
get a
having a
free pass.
problem.
And you still going to jail.
Or that'll beat up or jump or something. Something gonna happen.
I mean, if somebody jumped on
You
my
might
car
want to
and
go
blew
to
up,
jail.
I'm gonna catch a fade. That's just how
Yeah.
it is, you know. But it's really just fucked up. It's just a shitty situation, and we can't improve it if people want to act like a bunch of fucking crazy ass motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
So what do you?
I,
So what's your guys' opinion about the parents that's coming over illegal, and then they use the excuse that my kids are born here and their kids are legal?
I
Again,
believe they
you
trying to
got to take
manipulate their
responsibility.
situation.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I think they're trying to manipulate their situations because they knew they were illegal coming over here, you know. And you have these children, and these children are legal, and now they have the rights, you know, and the benefits and the resources that you didn't have because you came over here illegal. Now, if they came over here legal and they had the child, I believe the government should and continue to take care of those child, you know. But if your mom came over here illegal and she didn't make preparation for herself to be over here legal as you grew older, and now it comes to she has to leave, but you have to stay. That's on the moms. That shouldn't be on that child, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that that child should suffer to a certain degree. You know what I mean? Especially if they 3 and 4, they didn't do nothing to us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They babies. They don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know the language. And a lot of the babies now, if you meet and see these immigrants, the child speaks better English than they know, and they're teaching the parents. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so I feel if you came over illegal and you didn't make preparations to try to be over here illegal, it's time for you to go back home. And your child,
Mm-hmm.
I feel that we should assist that child to a certain degree. To a certain degree.
But do we separate the child? Because you can't do that. You know what I mean? That wouldn't be right. And again, I agree with what you're saying. At the same time, I think we have a responsibility as parents. We make the choice. We know the consequences. We got to take accountability instead of pointing the finger at one dude. Nicole asked a question, and this shit, listen, we're going to get on this topic. She said, and why do Americans have to be bilateral to get a good job? Why do we need to learn a different language in our country? Now, I know some of y'all motherfuckers call customer care for AT&T or whatever you got. Let me tell you something. The language barrier, oh, don't even get me started. And it does frustrate me if I'm calling a company. Why do I got to press 1 for English? You know what I mean? Like, why do I got, like, you feel me? And that's literally what it is. And then there's a language barrier, and I'm not knocking it. Again, so we do help other countries because a lot of these, I'll ask, where are you at? They're in the Philippines. They're here. They're cool. You know what I mean? So as America, we do help migrants in other countries with jobs. You know what I'm saying? So again, that language barrier is bitch because I can't even get the help really that I need. But I don't think I should have to press 1 to speak English when I'm calling an American company. I just want to say that. You know what I
I
mean?
want to speak to the supervisor.
Oh my God. Y'all tripping. I said, well, I got to press 1.
Because it does. They're like, to do English, press 1. If you want to listen in English, press 1. And then the thing will go on in another language. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean?
So do you think if you come over from another country, do you think it should be mandatory that you have to learn how to speak English? You think that should be part of it?
I think it's hard because I'm gonna tell you, like, I try to learn Vietnamese. I try to learn Spanish, and it ain't the easiest thing, but I think at least the basics, yes, because it just makes it very challenging. You know what I mean? I don't think it should
So I
be a
got
requirement to come here. I think they should be given an opportunity for the right people. You know what I mean?
And I think so. Like I got two opinions. One, starting with the kids. If you come over legal and the kids are born in the United States, of course you don't want to separate a child from the parents. But in that case, then I think the kids just need to go back with the parents. But since they're born here, when they become an adult, and they can prove obviously that they were born here, then they'll have the right to come back to the United States as an adult.
I think in that scenario, like if you're a parent and you have kids here, I think that should be a fast tracked process to get an opportunity. Because again, I'm not, knocking anybody that wants an opportunity. I think y'all should go through a background check and just go through the process. It should be fast tracked because you do have a child that is a citizen here and given a chance. But then there should be some fucking boundaries like set up on that. Like if you do this or that, you know what I'm saying? There should be some limits, like you can be here, but this is the requirement. I think they should be required to work. I don't think it's fair that they get 10 racks of food stamps when us as taxpayers don't get shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that was my biggest problem when when a lot of immigrants come over, and not just Mexico. They was coming from, Cuba. There was a lot of places, South America, coming over. And I seen they were getting housing, food stamp, and some money to spend, And I kind of thought that was a slap in the face to the Americans that are here. One, that are homeless. Two, you have a lot of homeless people that used to be in the military that served the country, and they didn't get those benefits that you gave immigrants.
And they got that shit like this. If we want to go get some shit, we got to jump through 25 hoops. You know what I mean? And some more shit to get some help. You know what I mean? But if you ain't working and you don't, boom, here you go. Here's a phone. Here's a credit card to spend. Like that shit ain't cool. We got to be mindful and be logical with our decision making. You feel me? Yeah. That's like if you have that's like the same thing as if you have somebody who has an alcohol problem and they come to you, here, let me give you a 12-pack. You know what I mean? A credit card. It's the same thing because it's enabling them, right? And again, I don't think we should blame the people. I think it's our fucking government that we got to blame, to be honest with you.
Let me show you some of the things that I saw here.
Thank you for joining us on this Friday evening. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I am Wale Aliyu. From the beginning of the demonstration, we were there. ABC 10 News reporter Ava Kirshner watched as the demonstration evolved and took on different forms throughout the night.
The colors red, white, and green have taken over Highland Avenue here in National City in protest to the increase of immigration and customs enforcement across the county. They tell me they want to turn their fear into action and make their voices heard. A peaceful protest quickly growing in size. Highland Avenue being swarmed with people.
I see a lot of youth, which I'm happy to see here, that are out here supporting. I see a lot of families with kids. I see a lot of older people as well.
Most spreading their message proudly.
We're here to speak for the people who cannot speak, and we're here to stand up for the right.
But some breaking out into a fight on Highland Avenue and East 14th Street. Demonstrations like these have been ramping up since President Trump's federal immigration policy threatened to deport undocumented immigrants living in the United States. Trump's border czar saying that those who are undocumented are at risk of deportation even if they do not have a criminal record.
We spent almost every day this week crying, honestly.
Trump's border czar also saying it's all a part of the administration's plan to send a clear message. These protesters say, message received. Throughout the evening, there were fireworks, motorcycles, and an eventual street takeover.
Well, that's it right there. I seen a bunch of flags. I ain't seen one American
see what
flag.
I'm saying? And it's just like the fighting. And then there's other shit that's really violent. Like I showed you that video. There was somebody jumping on this old lady's car. She looked like she was going to have a heart attack. You know what I mean? How come they're not protesting at the immigration or ICE offices? You feel me? Like if I'm traveling to work and I'm trying to get to work or trying to get home to my kid or driving with my kid in the car and I'm minding my own fucking business and you throw a rock through my back window and hit my kid in the head with the rock, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, why are they taking that shit out on us? We're just trying to mind our business and carry on. You feel me? And I just think that it's just unacceptable. I don't understand. I'm not against the protests, but the behavior and all the shit, obviously, and that happens in any scenario. When you get big ass crowds together, right? There's just all kinds of shit, you know what I mean, that could go wrong. But us as people, as civilians, I feel like we are just seeing a different side that we didn't see, and we're also being put in harm's way, even though some of us try to support the cause. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. So Don said we need illegal immigrants. He said the country was built on immigration.
Yeah, it
and
really was.
A lot of people will argue, well, this is stolen land. I get that. Again, we all know that. But this is what the law says, and this is how it's been. And ain't nobody said shit, but now all of a sudden everybody wants to put energy on it. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not against it. I support it, but not all this reckless ass behavior. I'm not with that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with Don. Like he said in one of the comments, you know, we do need them. You know, it's a lot of stuff that they will do that we hold our prize to, as all other nationalities and religions and cultures, that we won't do, that they will do. You know, if we go to another country, you think we can go set up a food cart and sell a different culture of food? Nah.
What you gonna sell? Hot links?
Yeah, but is it fair for us?
Catfish nuggets.
That's the same thing. Again, back to what we said. That's like me asking you, can you house somebody free of charge, right, and pay their way? It's the same shit. I cannot afford it, and that's why we have hiked up prices and everything else. Again, I'm not against it. I support it, but I don't support the reckless ass behavior. I don't feel like we should have to pay the price for this shit. And I don't think one person should be blamed for what's happening now. We got to take accountability for our actions individually as parents and whatever other role we play in life. And we got to take accountability instead of placing, when you're in victim mode, you're in suffering. You want people to suffer. You know what I mean? And being in victim mode ain't going to do shit for nobody except create a bigger divide. You know what I mean?
Shalon say They can be here. She just don't want nobody illegal here. You know.
And again, I agree. I think they should go through the process, but the process ain't like an easy ass process either. You know, again, restructuring. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Or doing
It's
something. We
a
got to
hard
do something.
You don't see the Ethiopians or the Cambodians, tearing up stuff like they did. I believe that they could have went about it and protested in a total perspective way. And I'm sure they have advocates for them that could have led them and guided them in a better way to present themselves and their case against the United States, even though they're here illegally. But I'm sure that they have someone that could have spoke to the government and say, hey, how can we fix this? Because you need us just as much as we need you, So I agree with all that tearing up and all that was unnecessary. That's giving us an idea what you will act like if things don't go right for you. So
yeah, they're gonna be scared of that. They definitely don't want that out here. You know what I mean? No different than Black Lives Matter when they had that all over the news saying, look at them, look what they doing.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They want to put you in jail.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're gonna do that, you definitely give them a reason to say, yep, you gotta go, you gotta get out this country. But
I think I think it's a way that it can all be worked out because we need them as much as they need us.
Yeah.
But
I definitely need them. Because I like Hispanic women, so we do need them here. You know what I'm saying? They got my vote. You know what I'm saying?
You a fool, Fred.
And if you ain't my type, we can work on some kind of price. You know what I'm saying? But it got to be up there. I ain't gonna marry somebody, and you get on my nerves for 3 to 7 years. That price better be right. So
right. And then we got people out here marrying for papers. Make it make sense. You know what I mean? Shit is crazy.
I agree with. I disagree with the policy on that. How they, they can meet someone, and marry them, and now they got their papers and stuff like that, and then they don't work. They sit at home all day. You go into their apartment, huh?
Who don't work?
The illegal immigrants. They come over and they marry an American male, and they get the papers. Okay, now she's got proof to be here, and she still don't do shit. And then the illegal ones that come over here, they don't do shit. They take the kids to school every day. Okay, I applaud them on that. What else do they do? They don't do shit. They sit at home on their fat asses all day. Go get the motherfucking food stamps and all that shit off our money, using an illegal name that ain't even there. And then when they go to the now you see why they got all these Mexican stores, right? So all the illegal immigrants go there because they speak their language. Yeah, I know you ain't got your ID, but go ahead. I'm gonna let you pass because I know you. I stayed in the village next door to you. But they don't.
You see that Paul on the screen?
You go to the grocery store, you bump into them, they look at you like, yo.
Paul, you better look at the screen. Paul, you better look at the screen.
Oh,
hey, you go to the grocery store, you bump into
Paul,
one of them.
Paul better be careful because where he live at, it's only him, and I seen one other black household in his neighborhood. They're gonna make it hard for Paul to come outside and keep on talking like that.
Yeah. Come out of there and beat your ass with that broom. You better quit playing.
Man, they don't do shit.
Paul better stop playing. Man, Paul, the only black person on this street. He better cut it out.
And I'm the first one on the corner.
He forgot just last month we was at his house hanging out in the street, and we almost got hit by a pickup truck on purpose. So you better be cool, man. You know, if Paul know he can't run, he know the kneecaps busted. And Roscoe ain't helping either. Shoot.
Shit.
Roscoe old just like me. That's why we need the Mexicans.
Man, hey. But hey,
I don't know. I feel like kind of like too, a part of me is like, I feel like it's kind of like slave labor. You know what I mean? And that don't feel right either. You feel me? What do y'all think about that?
I don't
Yeah,
know,
you're right
but I was
about
gonna
that. Because
say,
if you go to a restaurant, you look
yep.
back there, it's like a turnover. If you go to a buffet, it's like a turnover. You look back there, ain't no but Mexicans in there washing and cleaning and all the dishes and sanitizing and everything, you know, and they getting paid the low, you know. And then you go to the little mom and pop restaurants, who in the back? The Mexicans. You know,
Yeah.
they going in and out the back door, you know. You go in there and say ice, they finna hit the brick wall.
There you go.
I'm done with you.
Yeah, here you go.
Hey, but they cool though. They cool. They greet you. Hey, what's up, homie? Hey, what's up, man? Hey, man, you want to go kick it? You know what I'm saying? Let's go down to the casino. No, I ain't got no license.
Hey, Stephanie, he gonna say you go to the restaurant, you see cleaning and stuff like that in the dishes. I go to the restaurant, I see them cooking. I don't care what genre, I don't care what ethnicity of food. You can go to a Chinese restaurant, the Italian restaurant, the Mexican restaurant. The only restaurant I ain't been to that I seen them cook yet is probably some soul food, but I know it's coming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
You know,
but
I don't know.
yeah,
So
we need them.
it's just crazy. It's a crazy ass thing. I mean, what do y'all think? What's your thoughts on all this violence and all this crazy shit going on?
Say it again.
What's your thoughts on all the violence and like the flag burning and jumping on cars?
Well, the flag burning, that flag burning stuff, to me, I can't condone that, because for someone that want to be over here so bad, then you can't come over here disrespecting. You know what I mean? Now, we went hard on a football player for just taking a knee. You know what I mean? Y'all got him kicked out from his profession. He lost his career for taking a knee on the football field. But then you want to become a citizen, burning flags and disrespecting the country.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you need to make up your mind which one you want to be. Like, you want to be here, then you got to respect it. You don't want to be here and you want to keep waving your flag, then go back, I guess, over there and wave your flag then and be happy. I don't know why you try to play both sides.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I don't know, man.
I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know what to say about it. I think I'm split, because it's like I get it, but again, I'm not with the pointing the finger shit, blaming one person for what's happening. I'm not with that. I think like Shalon said, if you're here illegally, basically you're breaking the law. If in other countries, when they have us there, we're held hostage. You feel me? That's why on TV you see, oh, we have 10 hostages, because we're hostages over there. So you know what I mean? So it ain't, in America, it's not as rough on people as it is in other places. My whole thing is like, if I come to your place, I respect you as a people. I respect your laws. Please respect ours. You feel me?
That's it.
And then when you come illegally, it just makes it very difficult, because then we have the economic impact of it too, right? And then don't nobody want to see kids and families getting torn apart. But at what point do we take accountability? You know what I mean? I think what he's saying down there, that's why we need legal immigration. I agree with that. Again, that's back to what I said. We need to restructure it. But, you know, we can't just blame one person for what's going on. We got to take accountability as parents and as people and do better. You know what I'm saying? And wreaking havoc in the streets ain't it. You know what I mean? It's not going to pave the way for anybody. And I blame the past governments for all this. You know what I mean? But that's the thing, is everybody wants to blame one man because he's doing something to try to make it different supply and demand. You feel me? Supply and demand. You got an influx of people. You got increase of taxes. It's harder to buy a house and some more shit. You know what I mean? But I think there's a right way and a time and a place to do things. And again, it does piss me off that we're better off if we're not working, because if you open my fridge and you compare that to somebody who ain't working, you compare it to their fridge, you're going to see two different sides to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Cornell said, burning a flag, it just really them trying to just make a statement, right or wrong.
What's the statement, though? The statement that we're all getting is like, what the fuck? The statement that most people are getting is, you're really showing us your true colors. And for those of us that support what you're trying to do, you making us look fucking stupid. Because again, some of us called into work and some more shit. And we're trying to argue, because I voted for Trump. You know what I mean? I don't agree with everything that man says or does, but I feel like his heart is in the right place. His intentions are good. And I think any change, because none of us want to be in an uncomfortable position, with change and uncomfortability, it could be painful. You know what I mean? But everything on the other side of fear is beautiful. But you got to be willing to take the chance. You feel me? All the other governments and all the other people that's been in there, they keep doing the same shit, digging a hole deeper for us. And we got to stop. We take the L's for that. Don't nobody else do it. So the definition of insanity is doing the same shit over and over, expecting a different result. You got to try something different. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I think, again, with change, it could be painful, but we got the big man upstairs that's in control. You feel me? At the end of the day, and we got to really just put our trust in the universe to carry us through, and causing a divide and blaming one, because at the end of the day, all of this shit that's going on is people want to be pointing the finger at and blaming Trump and getting the politics into this. You feel me? Yeah. And they want to blame one admin when no, this is a buildup of all the reckless ass shit from everybody else. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Well, so I tell you what, man, since we only got maybe a couple more minutes to go, I do want to go ahead and kind of change direction on the topic here. And we probably have to come back to this topic maybe next week, because I'm pretty sure some more going to happen from this point on. But hey, do you remember the other day you seen that Detroit rapper girl that got denied the Lyft?
Yes.
So did she end up suing Lyft?
She did sue Lyft, and the dude got fired. The driver got fired.
The driver got fired because he wouldn't let her get in the car because she was too heavy?
Yes, because his tires was going to be leaning like a cholo if she got in that car now.
Man, the whole car gonna flip. You know what I mean? I don't know if the car gonna lean. Let me. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me see. So, because some people probably didn't see it, man, and maybe we got to bring them up to date.
Yeah, show the footage and all that shit.
Oh, you know I am.
Explains.
Have you been in cars that size before?
Yes, I have. I've been in cars smarter than that,
Deja Blanding tells us she was just trying to get to a Detroit Lions watch party this month when her Lyft rolled up.
As I'm walking, I see him making faces or whatever. I'm like, oh man.
She already knew.
I can fit in this car.
Well, believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
No, you can.
He told her there's not enough room in his car.
The kicker part was when he started to talk about his tires. I feel like that was a slap in the face. That was like my tires,
The driver said his tires could not handle her weight.
For every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL experience.
You know what? I don't never have to order Uber XL.
He apologized, canceled the ride, and left her there. The rapper says she's pretty tough. Dank DeMoss, as she's known at the mic, is crushed by the whole situation.
I just want them to know, it really hurt my feelings.
It looks like a Lyft might be hurting pretty soon, too.
I knew it was illegal, and I knew that it was wrong.
Her attorneys, John Marco and Zach Runyon, say weight is a protected characteristic in Michigan by law.
It would be no different than a driver pulling up and saying, I don't want to have black people in my car, or I don't want to have Christians in my car, or Muslims in my car. It's the same. Under the law, it's the same.
The lawsuit is filed. Since she posted the encounter on social media, other full-figured folks have reached out saying the same thing happened to them.
I can fit in this car.
No, you don't. Believe me, you can.
Yes, I can. I really want people to see like what.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get her up out of there. Talking about she can fit in the car. You know what I'm saying? How she gonna fit in the car? You can't even fit in your pants. You know what I mean? Pants about the bus. She can fit in the car. You don't get up out of here.
Girl, Titanic toddler ass needs to go have a seat and go order a flatbed while you bullshitting.
Come on, she knew what she should have. She should have got that extra large at the XL off lift, a pickup truck, something. You know what I mean? She know better than that.
I just feel like, the scientific side, like, I don't think she could fit. Like, keeping in a book, I don't think she could fit.
You say you don't think she's fit?
Hell no, she could not fit in that car. No.
Oh, I thought you said fit, like in shape, like fit. You don't think she's fit? I'm like, girl, what the hell you talking about? We know she ain't fit. we all see that. Hey, but it came out she weighed 485 pounds. Talking about she can fit in the Mazda.
I'm telling you, sure ass wasn't gonna fit. I think if they went to court, if they went to trial, they're gonna try to put her ass in the back seat of a car, and she's gonna feel real stupid because her ass can't fit, even if you put the seat all the way up.
They had a picture they had posted of her in 2 different SUVs, like she was sitting in the front seat. She couldn't even fit in the SUV. Talking about she could fit in the Mazda.
Yeah, and then you seen your post, like when you posted, I was like, damn. I jumped the gun on that because I didn't see the video, and I was like, that's hella out of line. Because it could be humiliating. You know what I mean? To say, here, I can't give you a ride because you a big bitch. But
man,
at the same
485,
time,
man. He wasn't lying when he said it's gonna damage my tires. Because you got to think, if she was able to get in that back seat, that's 485 pounds on your back right tire. You know what I'm saying? The weight is not distributed evenly through the car. She's sitting in the back right, and all that weight on one tire in a small car. Like,
I think
the only way it can work, she gonna have to get in the back seat and lay down so the weight can be even. You know what I mean? That's it.
I don't know. I don't think she could fit. I don't think, like, for real. And I'm not trying to be mean. You know, I think the dude was hella nice about it. He could have been like, bitch, hell no. You know what I mean? But I think that I don't think she could have fit in that shit. Like, and I mean that literally. I'm being like sincere about that. I don't think she would have fit. She's a big girl. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh, they got Don in the building, man. Don done jumped on.
Go ahead. Sit down, man. Tap in, man.
What's up with it, dog?
Oh, you jumping in on the thing? He got something to say, man. What you think about the Detroit rapper girl, man? They talking about the lift kicked her out, saying you too big for the car.
Oh, big girl. Oh yeah, she I think she sued. Did she sue and win? No, she's suing right now, huh?
Yeah, but why you suing? He ain't lied to you.
It's a money grab. It's a money grab.
That's all it is.
Yeah, because she could have got a double X. Only got something like a double X car. You can get a double X. I don't know how that lift stuff go, but she should have ordered a double X. Look,
she could have got a Hummer.
Look, if I was driving and I saw her, I would told her, look, my seat don't it ain't gonna work. I'll just be honest, it ain't gonna work. I would have did the same thing. Dog, that's my investment. That's my car. I don't want her.
That's your car.
Messing up my shocks and all that.
He said it's shocked. I'm done with y'all. No, but I would have put some weight. I would have put some tons on the back seat, though, on the back tires.
Her size, she wouldn't even fit. How's she gonna fit in the back seat?
She can't.
Exactly. So, what was her purpose? What was her whole purpose?
To save $5 on that extra large order.
She can't fit in the back seat. Now, I'm gonna tell you what I would have did if I had a hatchback. All right, I would have lifted that hatchback up and put her back, like just climb on in the hatchback.
Oh, hell
you can't get that hatchback.
I would put her in a hatchback. She ain't getting in the back seat. It's a money grab, man. She doing it for money, or hey, wait, but you know what? She doing it for she doing it. She's a rapper.
Yep, she a rapper.
You know what I'm saying? So
maybe
think
she
about how
is
many
doing
people,
it. Maybe it is a money grab because she's a big
think
girl.
about how many people has downloaded or just went to her page already. I mean, I haven't did it, but I'm just gonna imagine, like, you know, and just went to go look at her. I'm pretty sure she got some rap songs, whatever. So it's all publicity, man. That's what they do.
That's all it is. Like what Shalon say? She said she can fit in a smaller car. I mean, you're right. When she was 6, when she was 6 years old,
No, she
you ain't fit in no regular ass car now.
She either need a XL or a pickup truck. Put it in the back bed. She had a
She
whole
barely
lot
fit in the pickup truck. She barely fit in the SUV. There was a Suburban, friend? I think it was a Suburban.
Yeah, she was in
right?
a Suburban. Couldn't even do it.
Yeah,
And she barely fit in that motherfucker.
But I'm gonna tell you what,
blowing the horn.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell you what she doing the right thing though. She straight gonna monetize this and come up.
She is.
I think she's gonna lose though. Don't you think she'll lose? I think she'll lose because I think they fired the dude already.
She's already winning. We talking about her.
She's
already
talking
winning.
about her.
We talking about her. That's all she needs is publicity. She got it. So all she gonna do now is make a little money. It ain't gonna last too long, but she make a little money. Man, now she may be able to buy her little XL car. And she ain't got to worry about Uber no more. You know, shit, do something. Hey, Shalon, I can't wait till you come back around, girl.
Hey, we ain't never heard of her before. And now everybody, we just see Detroit rapper. Now everybody gonna check her out to see what she rapping about. And now she's gonna run the checkup now.
Yeah, man.
I feel bad for her. She's a big girl.
Why?
And she.
Why you feel bad for her?
Because did you see that video when she fell? You saw that video looking like Humpty
No, I
Dumpty? I felt hella bad.
Nah, but I mean,
you have that video, Fred?
That she fell? Was she got hurt? Did she get hurt?
She looked. I don't know. She couldn't get back up.
I mean, she
might have sprained her ankle or something.
I mean, she good, man. She I think she did her thing. She about to get paid. You know, it is what it is.
Oh no, man. She's a bit. I don't think she could fit in that car. I think they should take it to trial and be like, "Can you fit your ass in this car?" And
I would bring the car to the court and take judge. Let's walk outside real quick, and I'm gonna show you she can't fit in there.
Yeah, that's what I would do, because they gotta prove you wrong beyond a reasonable doubt. The fundamental science: if you can't fit, you can't fit. You know what I mean?
And she fit on the right.
They said no, she fell over smoothly. She rolled on her back, and I felt like, you know, when you have an egg and you tilt it on the back and it's just kind of rolling back and forth.
Look, Don. Yeah, Don, how tall are you?
6'4".
So okay, you 6'4". Could you get in the back seat comfortably in a Mazda, leg room and all that?
I mean, comfortably. I mean, I can sit in the back of the. Yeah, I could. I can sit back in the Corolla, bro.
For real?
Now, how long? And you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I won't be too comfortable, but I can get back. I'm flexible though. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them.
But see, she ain't flexible. She can't move.
Yeah, see, I can do my legs and do certain things. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, her leg ain't did nothing in a long time, so she can't.
I can still touch my ears with my toes.
Not me. I ain't flexible. I can't put my leg behind my head.
Hell no. Y'all are wrong for that.
You didn't say that now. I didn't say that.
Oh shit.
Y'all are hella funny.
When you in the car, Stephanie, what you about to go do? Pick her up?
I gotta pick. Hell no, I gotta pick my kid up. Remember, I texted you. I told you that.
Stephanie,
dude. No, that girl can't fit in back of that car.
Stephanie, which kid you picking up?
One of my sons.
Which one?
Yeah, I gotta pick up Nicholas.
Okay.
Which one? Because they're deep.
Right? You got a little football squad.
Yeah, I do.
That's good.
No, but that girl cannot fit in back of that car, and I mean that literally. I'm not trying to be rude. She cannot.
Does she fit in your car?
She can't fit in my car. No, and I'm fluffy. She makes me look skinny. My waist is probably like the size of her thigh, and I mean that in a nice way.
So you driving right now?
Yeah.
You pull up on her, all right, and you see her. What do you do?
drive right the fuck off and pretend I ain't the Lyft driver. I'm smacking
Hey, she gonna
off.
knock that
I ain't
sign
gonna
down
have,
quick.
she ain't gonna sue me. She ain't gonna sue me or none of that. I'm just gonna ski skirt the fuck on out of there and pretend I didn't show up. I didn't accept the. I got to go. You know what I mean? I ain't fucking with that. She ain't about to fuck my shocks up.
For real. For real.
For real. Like I would just drive off and
right.
pretend I ain't the Uber driver.
You
know?
gonna drive, the car gonna be scraping all on the bottom of the ground. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't hit no
You
speed
get to the
bump.
tire.
And you know that back seat gonna stink. You know that for sure. There ain't no way in the world she reaching back there every night. Yeah. That thing,
You're
boy.
fucking wrong for that shit.
No, I'm right.
What? I tell you, man. Shoot. Where Paul go? He had to go put on some Bengay?
Man, that nigga cleaning the toilet or something. That nigga cleaning up or something, man. You know that nigga can't stop moving, man.
He can't stop moving.
He in there mopping the floor or something. I don't know. It's just me and him. He mopping the floor.
He mopping the floor at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, man. I'm about to roll though, man. Shit.
All right.
It was nice chopping it up with y'all, man. Hey, I'm about to give me a setup, man, so I can come in and
Yeah.
Come in and do
I
some
got
things,
you,
man.
boy.
I missed out on illegal immigration, but yeah, man. I'll see y'all next time, man. I love y'all.
All right, I'll see you next time.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
All right, Miss Steph.
He's mopping the floor. So we got to touch base on this, Fred, next week because there's all shit's gonna break loose.
Yeah,
you know
we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up tonight, y'all.
Cornell said booty juice everywhere.
Thank you all for tuning in. And I stand on it, man. Where everything we say, we
can't
do
hear
stand
you, Fred.
on it. And what'd you say, Stephanie? You must be talking to that girl outside. What's going on? No, she done muted.
Oh, I'm right here.
We'll go ahead and sign out, y'all, man. Thank y'all for watching the episode of I'm Standing on It, man. What we mean, what we say. You know what I mean? But y'all tune back in. We might be back on Thursday night, man. Y'all catch us at 8 o'clock. All right. Signing out.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, y'all. Bye.
Like and subscribe, please.